Okay, so first excuse my voice. I've got a cold. In order to insert different shapes and make a flow chart or a table, go to Insert, choose Shapes, and there's all kinds of shapes. Choose Basic Shapes. They've got flowchart shapes down here. Any shape you want, I'll just pick one. And then you click and drag. What that means is I'm clicking the the left button on my mouse, dragging where I want it to be, and then letting go. Now I've got a box there. If I wanted to change the color of that box, I could click one of these buttons up at the top here. If I wanted my shape to not have any fill, I'd go here under Shape Fill, pull it down to No Fill, and then that would make it so that it's blank on the inside. And then I could change my outline by choosing a color. Okay. And there I've got my shape. I could choose any number of shapes, insert, shape. I usually, in a flowchart, choose a different shape for a different kind of work or a different step in the process, so that if it's maybe if it's going through a person, it's going to be one shape. If it's a meeting, it's going to be another shape. If it's a process, it's going to be another. If it's a decision tree, it will be another. But that's not necessarily that important. You could change the weight of the outline. This shape didn't have a very heavy outline, so I can change the weight. Now it's a matter of putting in the words. So again, I go to Insert, but this time under Insert, I go over to Text Box, and I click down on it. Mine's taking a while, and it shouldn't. And I pull all the way down to Draw Text Box. Okay. Again, this is when you click and drag, and I'm going to click and drag inside my shape. When you do a text box, it kind of makes it its own shape in there, but I don't want that. I want mine to show up. So I'm going to go to Shape Outline and say No Outline. And now I've got my text box, but there isn't an outline around it. It's just typing inside my shape. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to change this to Times New Roman 12 point, because I know that's the font I need. And now I could type in here, was it effective? Okay, notice it doesn't fit in my box. That's okay, I can fix that. I can click on my shape, grab onto one of these, there's little squares there, you probably can't see in the video, but you'll see when you do it. Grab onto one of those, click and drag again to make it larger. Click on my text box, here are the squares again. Click and drag. Now I can see it needs to be a little bit longer. Make my text box a little bigger. My shape bigger, and now my text box bigger. There we go. You can move this text box inside your shape. If it starts to overlap, look, now it's covering part of my shape. I'll show you by moving it down a little bit more. That's because this text box has a white fill. I don't want it. Excuse me. If I double click on my shape, then I get the menu up here again, and I can say Shape Fill, No Fill. Now it's not going to overlap on my shape. My text box is invisible. Okay. Then you need to connect these. So again, that's Insert and Shape. And I'm going to choose the line with the arrow so that it's showing me that it's pointing directly from one to the other. Again, you could go to Shape Outline and change the color of this arrow to any color you'd like. If you end up moving your shape and you need to move your arrow, you can do that just by grabbing the tip of it and pulling it where it needs to be. Okay? Hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, let me know. Was it effective? Thank you. Bye.